please repeat your answer for this court? Didn't you just say that you don't think this child should be taken away from her natural mother? Isn't that correct?
Yes. No, no.
Yes, no? Which is it?
Look, I'm not as heartless as you make it out to be.
Mrs. Martin, just answer the question.
I never wanted this to happen.
You never wanted what to happen?
Come on, just say it, Jillian.
Is there some reason that you and Dr. Martin shouldn't have full custody of Colby?
No.
Well, now, you don't seem very sure.
No. Leslie, she needs some help.
Objection. Asked and answered, Your Honor.
Not to my satisfaction, Your Honor. Mrs. Martin is waffling on very direct, very simple questions.
Overruled, Miss Colson. Continue.
You seem a little upset.
I just don't like it when people are trying to put words into my mouth.
Well, then speak your mind. You don't want to be Colby's mother.
I do. And I want Jake to be her father. He deserves to be, no matter what.
Well, now that's an odd thing to say. But Jake deserves to be Colby's father. He is Colby's father, isn't he?
I meant he deserved full custody.
But that's not what you said.
Look, maybe my English isn't what it's supposed to be, but I know what I meant.
Oh, please take your time. Explain it to the court.
Adam Chandler wants to be Colby's father, but he would just treat her like another one of his possessions.
You have no idea what kind of father Adam Chandler would make to this
I know
child.
what it's like to have a selfish father. But I can assure you nothing compares to what Adam would be to Colby.
So you believe your husband Jake would be a better father to Colby than Adam Chandler would be?
Yes.
Yes.
So you were asking us to conclude that since you are Dr. Martin's wife, that you would make a better mother for Colby?
I'm prepared to be the best mother I can. In a way, I know that I can't take Liza's place, and I wouldn't even try.
Are you aware of what full custody means? That my client would lose her right to raise her own daughter?
I told you that's not what I wanted.
Well, then why are you here? Tell me, where do you think baby Colby should be, if not with her own mother?
With Jake.
And with you, his wife. And yet you hardly seem up to the task of raising a child, now do you?
Objection. Did someone hand out baseball bats at the door? This is beyond badgering a witness, Your Honor.
Watch your tone, Mr. Montgomery.
Yes. Judge, I will. Thank you. Does Colby deserve you as a mother?
She deserves the best I can give her.
The best you can give her. You have no children of your own. You have no experience with children whatsoever. And by your own admission, you've lived a life filled with deception. And yet you're asking this court to risk that your best is going to be good enough. I have no further questions.
Miss Colson,
Nothing further.
you may step down.
Excellent work.
Maybe we should call an ambulance. 'Cause that was a train wreck. Why did you let her step down?
She's a mess, Jake. We don't need her doing any further damage.
I know so. Adam and Liza took some big hits from Dixie and Haley, but Jack had to come after you.
Oh, gee, you know, Jillian was barely breathing after what Jackson put her through.
He wouldn't be dredging up the past that way if he thought it was going to be an easy win. I think they're getting desperate.
She must love Jake very much to have withstood what Jackson put her through.
Who knows, maybe going through this ordeal will bring them closer together.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
I do.
Mrs. Chandler, would you please state your name for the record?
Liza Colby Chandler.
Thank you. And Colby is your biological daughter, yes?
Yes, she is.
Could you describe to this court the love you feel for this child?
Well, it's the most all-consuming, deepest feeling I've ever known.
And what were the circumstances leading up to Colby's birth?
Well, I had decided that I wanted to be a mother. I wanted to have a child. And I deliberately set out to be a single mother.
How does one go about doing that?
Well, I went to a fertility clinic. And I was going to accept an anonymous donor. But then I had second thoughts, and I started looking into other options. And that's when one of my best friends, Jake Martin, offered to be a donor.
What was your response to his offer?
Well, I was amazingly, I just thought it was incredible. He was so generous. And Jake himself described the donation as a clinical procedure.
And that's why you agreed to his offer?
Well, yes. He had no interest, he said, in raising a child, and he appreciated my concerns, and I trusted him, so I accepted.
Liza, was any of this ever put into writing?
No. No, I didn't think I needed it. I took him at his word.
I have one last question for you, Liza. This court today has heard a lot of very negative things about your husband, Adam Chandler. I mean, it's safe to say that he hasn't been painted in a very favorable light. Let me ask you this. Would you leave Adam Chandler if that's the only way you would be allowed to keep your daughter Colby? So, Mrs. Chandler, you would leave your husband if it meant you could keep your daughter Colby?
Yes. If, after hearing my testimony, the court felt that it was in Colby's best interest to be with me and to never know Adam as a parental figure in her life, I would divorce him immediately.
I was hoping they ruled in favor of that, Adam.
Thank you, Liza. I have no further questions.
Miss Colson?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mrs. Chandler, isn't it true that only a few hours ago, before court was in session, my client agreed to drop the custody suit if only you could guarantee that Adam would never be a part of Colby's life?
If I could guarantee, yes, we discussed that possibility.
But you didn't agree to leave Adam forever, did you?
We discussed ways to avoid this hearing.
Did you agree to leave your husband or not?
I didn't say anything.
You can't leave him, can you?
What do you mean?
Well, we've all heard what Adam Chandler is capable of. From Haley Vaughn, from Dixie Martin. Yet you've married the man not once, but twice.
I felt that I could bring out the best in Adam.
Well, I've got another word for it. Addiction. You're addicted to that man, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Your Honor, this is totally irrelevant.
I would take Colby and I would go to the far ends of the earth, away from Adam, if I felt that was what was best.
Oh, well, would you bother to tell Dr. Martin where you were going?
Of course I would.
Then why didn't you do that this past New Year's Eve? You ran away with Colby then, didn't you? How was the World Television Conference? It was in Monaco, right?
There was no television conference.
Which my client didn't discover until he tried to track you down. He didn't know where, or when, or if you were coming back with his child, did he?
No, he didn't.
That's why we're here, Mrs. Chandler. Your idea of shared custody stinks.
You observed your brother Adam with Colby?
Oh, yes. Yeah, many times.
And how is he with her?
Well, he's crazy about her. He loves to hold her and to make her laugh, watch her sleep. He's great with her.
How is Jake Martin with Colby, Mr. Chandler?
Oh, he's wonderful.
That's a strong endorsement.
Well, you only have to see Jake with Colby one time, and it's pretty obvious.
Knowing what you know about both of these men, who would be a better father for Colby? Adam Chandler or Jake Martin?
I'm not sure that's a fair question. Both Jake and Adam love Colby very much.
We're not trying to determine who loves her the most, but who would make the best father.
Can't you derail this?
Oh, she has established that Stuart knows both of you. That makes what he's saying relevant.
In your opinion, who is the best parent? Dr. Martin or Mr. Chandler?
I'm sorry, Andrew. I think Dr. Martin would be the better father.
Why would you say that?
Because there's a lot more to being a father than biology. I have a son, and he's not mine by blood, but I'm all... I think I'm his father because I'm always there when he wants me to be there. At least I hope. I put him ahead everything. This whole custody hearing, I think, Judge, is very wrong. I think you should make the people go back to where it was. That's the best way for Colby.
That's a very astute observation, Mr. Chandler, but apparently that's not an option. More witnesses, Mr. Montgomery.
Not at this time, Your Honor.
The court would like to question a witness you haven't called. Adam Chandler, Jr.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I don't want my son involved in this mess.
He's only a boy, Your Honor. This could be very frightening for him.
I'm sensitive to your concerns, Mr. Chandler, but at 12 years old, your son already has perspective on what kind of parent you are, Mr. Chandler.
Please, Your Honor.
We'll be sensitive to your son's feelings. I'll clear the court.
You understand, I have to be here.
That's not a problem. Can you have him here in half an hour?
Yeah, I guess so.
Go get him, he'll be fine.
The court will be adjourned for 30 minutes.
Jack. A son can't take the stand against his own father, can he?
Who says it's going to be against you?
I feel about the judge calling Junior. Seems so unnecessary.
Yeah, especially since Liza's just weakened her own case.
Yeah, and Stewart's on our side, man. This thing should be a lock.
I feel for Junior, but my heart goes out to Liza and Stewart. It was very classy of her to let us have Colby last Christmas. Don't think we'll have those good feelings anytime soon.
Look, Jake, you're doing everything that you have to do, but unfortunately, in this case, everyone's going to lose something.
I know, but Colby's got the most to lose if I didn't do anything.
Ted, could I speak to you for just a moment?
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, you kill him.
Well, it looks like your brother's winning at the moment, but it's still very early in the game. Why the hell haven't you told him? Jake will eventually find out that he's not Colby's father.
Yeah, well, eventually is the key word in that sentence, isn't it, Adam? Hopefully, after he wins full custody, and you won't be able to interfere in Colby's life anymore.
He won't feel any better for being lied to, even if he wins.
I'll risk it. Because after he does win, you can whine all you want about DNA and paternity tests, but you'll have to do it from the inside of a jail cell.
Dad's staring at me.
Listen, I don't want you to worry about a thing, you understand? All you gotta do is speak from the heart and tell the truth. You're gonna be fine.
I wanted us all to sit together privately. You're not on trial here, Junior, and whatever you say in this room won't be repeated, okay? And your mother will stay right here with you. Now, you know what's going on with Colby, right?
It's a custody fight.
That's right. Now, I'm going to ask you a few questions. You answer the best you can. You live with your mother and stepdad, right?
Yeah, but I still see my real dad.
Can you tell me about your real dad?
I love him.
Well, that's good. Now, some people have told me that he can be controlling sometimes. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Well, he always wants to get his own way.
Yeah.
Well, he can be quite powerful, so sometimes he's like that.
Has he ever used his power in a way that has upset you?
Well, he's sneaky sometimes.
Can you give me an example?
He tried to send me away to boarding school without asking me if I wanted to go or not. And without telling my mom.
And how did that make you feel?
Just didn't like the fact that he tried to trick us.
And how did you react to that?
I ran away. But not far. And I didn't mean to scare anybody. I just wanted to stay in Pine Valley with my mom and with Tad.
And how do you feel about your father now?
I still love him.
And after the trick with the boarding school, do you feel safe with him?
Honestly, I can be afraid of him sometimes.
Son, it's all right. Whatever you said, I'll always be proud of you.
Dixie, how's Junior?
He's upset. We're taking him home, though. I promised I'd be there as soon as I could.
I'm prepared to make a ruling. Jake Martin versus Liza Colby Chandler. Mrs. Chandler, I do not doubt that you're a loving mother. But I do question some of the choices you've made subsequent to your daughter's birth, especially after hearing testimony today.
Oh, wait. Don't do this.
This is not easy for anyone, but I must determine what is in the best interest of the minor child, Colby Martin. It is my judgment that her future will best be served in the custody of her father, Dr.
No, you can't.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Chandler, but that is my ruling.
And it's wrong. Jake is not Colby's father.